Hey guys, my name is Ben, and this is The Real Bachelor. So, the premise of the show is basically just to show people how bachelors actually live. Some of my friends have been getting into the show lately called The Bachelor, and it's a contest show where one guy picks amongst a bunch of women who are competing against each other, and he, at the end of the show, marries one of them. And I feel like there's a lot of TV drama there, and it doesn't really show you what actual bachelor life is like. Basically, this is going to be like sort of a tutorial series where I might just show you how to do things around the house. If you're a guy, you can sort of follow along, do some of these things yourself, maybe impress your next date with some of these tips and tricks. So today, I'm going to be talking about fingernail care. And this is one of those things that a lot of guys neglect. But let me tell you, it's really simple. And if you do it right, your next date will be really impressed with you. It's a very subtle thing, but it goes a long way into making yourself look put together and well-groomed and manicured and all that kind of stuff. So definitely try this out before your next date, guys. And let's get right into it. So first things first, you're going to need one of these. It's a nail clipper. They cost about $2 at your local anywhere store, really. And you're going to just want to start by clipping your nails down. There's no right or wrong technique to do this, and there's no right or wrong length. Obviously, if you cut too short, it's going to hurt. I like mine fairly short. I don't really need long nails to do my job or anything in my daily life, so I just like to cut them just slightly longer than where they're connected to the, whatever you call that, the skin underneath. Okay, perfect. So now we've got our nails trimmed down generally to the length that we want them. They're just a little bit longer than the cuticle or whatever you call that, the connective part underneath. So the next thing you're going to need is you're going to need one of these. This is a multi-tool, and the one we're going to be using today is the fingernail file. So probably if you have a Leatherman, you've got one of these on it. I know they make dedicated nail files, but that just seems like a waste of time. So you definitely want to use your multi-tool because you probably already have this with you. Who knows, you may want to do this on the go, so it's just always nice to have a nail file in your multi-tool. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and start with the coarser side, and we're just going to do sort of a rough file around the edges to take off those sharp points that we left from the cutting. I like to go parallel to the nail. It tends to make it fray a little less. Then if you go perpendicular, you'll end up with a lot of scuffs on your nails. And then once you got the rough side done, just flip it over to the fine side and just do another pass there to smooth it out a little bit. Okay, so now that you have your fingernails all filed down, the next thing we want to do is just give them a good scrub. And the reason we really need to scrub them is you've probably been working on your car all day, you've got some motor oil in your fingernails. Maybe you've been eating Cheetos, you got some like Cheeto dust there. So we really just need to give them a good scrub and get all that stuff out before we do any further work. So use one of these little scrub dubs here, put some dish soap on it, just get it a little wet. See, nice and clean again. Now that you got your nails all nice and clean, I recommend pouring yourself a glass of the finest shitty wine available in your area. This is something I picked up at a gas station, and it's pretty okay. And you're going to want to pour it in your fanciest glass here. This one I've had since college. I only break these out at parties, really, or for special occasions. Cheers! Normally I'd stop right there. That's pretty much all you need to do. You've got nice feeling nails. They're not going to snag in your gigantic jean pockets when you go to fish out your phone or your pocket knife or whatever else you got carrying around in there. But today I'm going to be doing something a little special. I figured I'd add some color. Now I chose the blue and yellow here because they match what's on my Subaru Street Racer. Since I'm a bachelor, I've got nothing else to do. So I figured why not match my nails to my car. So I'm going to be doing primarily blue, and I'm going to do an accent color on the thumbs there. I picked that up from HGTV. They always like to put an accent wall in one of the walls in the room when they paint it, just to make it really pop. So I'm going to do a little bit different of a technique than just applying these straight with the little brushes that come with them. The problem is they're just so small, and my giant hands, it'll take forever. So for the same reason that all of us dudes want to carry all 16 bags of groceries from our car to our house in one load, efficiency, we're going to do that with our nails today. So first thing we're going to need is a roller brush here, some wax paper. So we'll just go ahead and lay out a sheet of wax paper here on the table. And we'll use this as our mat for our paint. We're also going to need some painter's tape. So what we first want to do is we want to make little masks for our fingers. So start by tearing off a small piece of painter's tape. You're going to want to get a permanent marker like this, and then just trace the outline of your nail bed. And then what we can do is we can remove this and make a cutout. So we'll just use our pocket knife here, and we'll just cut out the area that we marked. Now we have a finger mask, so just try to line this back up on your fingernail, and then once you have it in place, you can just wrap it around kind of like a band-aid. When we go to apply our paint, you won't get any on your nail beds. And then if you're really worried about getting it on your fingertips, you can always just take another piece and go right up against the fingernail. So now that we have our fingers all masked off, we're ready to paint. And I'm going to be doing blue on my fingers and yellow on my thumb. So we'll start with blue. Oh, wait, I forgot a critical step. Don't forget to shake it. Always shake your paint. That should be plenty for the job. And we'll go ahead and get a little yellow on there as well. Alright, now we're ready to paint. I'm going to use two sides of this roller here. I'm going to use the this side here for the blue, and then use the other side for the yellow in a little bit. So we just get the paint on the roller here, and then just do a nice gentle back and forth roll on the finger. And then we'll just want to do the yellow on the other edge of the brush so we don't mix them together. So just get some of that yellow in there, and then come over here to the thumb. So after about 5 minutes, you're going to want to come back and just take those little masks off. And as you can see, it's already looking pretty good. Like I said, a little bit of imperfection shows character. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this tutorial here. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and tune in next time for more of The Real Bachelor, where I'll be showing you how to organize your cable collection.